Kia ora, my name is Lee Pearce. I teach here at the Polytechnic as a tutor. I've been here for 16 years. I really enjoy it. One of the ethoses as a team is to build strong relationships with the students, to create an environment that they feel comfortable with us and that we can teach them on an individual basis and get to know them really well.
Hi, I'm Karen and I'm a hospitality tutor here at the Polytechnic. The program that I run, I believe, is successful because of the fact that it is adaptable for the students. We try and change it up a little bit and do lots of practical lessons interspersed with the theory so that it doesn't become mundane and allows them a little bit of flexibility as well. If the day's not going quite right, then we try and change it up and do something different. One of the things I like is that the students remind me of me when I was a teenager, needing motivation and needing to understand why I'm bothering to learn, and hopefully the successes that they get jobs out of it.
We believe that the successes of our students are due to a variety of factors that we'd like to share on this video. Firstly is a clear focus of the employability of each student for our industry. Second is our homeroom that we call Cheers, that is out of class support for each of our students. Thirdly is a teaching rotation that supports the student and gets the best out of each tutor. Fourthly is the industry exposure that we give to our students through work experience and opportunity to do cooking competitions. And lastly is the sharing of our practices and some of the professional development that we have undertaken.
Hi, my name is David Lyon and I'm the head of the School of Business Studies at the Bay of Plenty Polytechnic. Within the School of Business Studies, one of the major areas that we cover are a range of hospitality programs, and they cover things like professional cookery, culinary arts and cafe operations and front of house. This group of programs are really important to the Polytechnic. They have high completion statistics and they're valued by employers. A recent graduate destination survey from our cookery program showed that 60% of all of our graduates are currently employed in the hospitality industry across either in Aotearoa, across New Zealand or elsewhere in the world.
I could go work in a cafe after this, I could start off at a restaurant in a hotel, work to reception because I'm also doing front office as well as the cafe ops course.
Like for me, Ryan is there and so he's offered me a job on the 24th at Bravo. And so I'll finish here on the 19th and then carry on down here on the 24th and start work. That's great. Give me about 10 weeks work and then I'll come back to the level 4.
Fantastic. Do you think you would have got that job if you hadn't done this course?
No, I don't think so. Even if I didn't meet Ryan, I don't think I would have got the job without the qualification.
Hi, my name is Rose Wood. I'm Group Leader for Tourism and Hospitality Qualifications here at Bay of Plenty Polytechnic. One of the strengths of our program is that our tutors are very happy to sit with students and work with them on an individual basis. We have a room called Chairs where students have access to the internet but also access to tutors as and when needed. Not only to help out with their assessments but just to help and guide them generally with their learning and their studies.
Well, when we're struggling on something, we'll ask them to explain it further and they'll come to us and explain it in easier terms for us to understand, and they'll show us sort of the working of how to do it. And there's no real right or wrong to it. You can have a different way to do it and they'll help you out.
Some of the strategies that we're using in that classroom is just understanding how the student works and how they learn and being able to respond to their need when they're ready to learn. Chairs allows us to do that. It allows us to work in and around the student's schedule and when they can, when they're best at learning. We've noticed gradual improvements, and some of those improvements have come through them feeling a sense of belonging to Cheers, that this is their room, they can come and study. It's also a social room, and in amongst that social is them talking about what they're cooking, what the assessments are about, when it's going to happen, how they're going to do it, how are you going to do it. So it's a social place, it's not a quiet place. We introduced a program which we call Rotations as a result of mainly because there was issues with teaching students. They were getting a little bit bored. We had students, staff who were really good at certain subjects, and we decided that to move it around. So we call that rotation. So how that works is that the tutor who's best at productions takes productions of the really good menus. The students get the best from that tutor. We have someone that what we call a sticky bun, and the sticky bun is designed for pastries, pastas, all the dough products. And then we have a course called Soup Kitchen, and the Soup Kitchen is, and for the purpose of learning stock sauces, soups, there's other stuff in there, seafood and so forth. And the value, I suppose, to the student is that they get the best from each tutor.
I think there's a great advantage in each tutor taking on a different particular part of rotations. Myself being looking after the restaurant side, myself having had lots of experience in live restaurants and have done lots of service in different restaurants around New Zealand and around the world. It allows me to teach in something that I'm really confident in doing, and it's something that I'm used to doing. It's something that I've done in the industry, and so to come in here and do it for myself, I'm reasonably confident in doing that. And also for the student, from the student's point of view, I think it's awesome that they get to experience myself in the role that I'm used to, and so they get a bit of a first-hand experience as what a head chef will treat them like and what it's like being in a real life industry situation.
My name's Gordon Oakley. I'm one of the hospitality tutors here. I help run with the students actually the sticky buns, which is our pastry area. We do hot and cold desserts out of it. We also bake cakes and sponges. We turn these products into saleable items, and then at the end of the week we sell these off to students and fellow tutors. They can come along, buy the product that our students have made. Students do a little bit of creativity with presentation, so we give them a little bit of license to express themselves.
Do you like sticky bun? I like sticky bun. I like the sticky bun. I just liked learning the different flavours, because I used to do cooking for my marae, but we don't really get into spices and herbs and stuff, and so it was good to learn different flavours.
I think a lot of the success that we get in these hospitality range of programs can be attributed back to our staff. They're really passionate about what they do, they're engaged in their industries, and one of the measures that we use is they go off and participate in a lot of regional competitions in the Waikato and also national competitions, and our staff team up with our student groups and we do really well in terms of getting gold medals, bronze medals and silver medals in different competitions.
So this is our lamb dish that we're applying for our Beef and Lamb Award this year, in 2014.
Every year we have national competitions and regional competitions. So we get our students in our first year to enter the regional ones, which is in Waikato. They're well supported, they have really good opportunities for the students, and that gives them an experience of developing a dish, and that's the real key part to it. Developing, put the extra work in outside of their studies. And we appreciate a lot of other polytechs do that, and we feel the value in doing that, and it really helps the student. Most of those students then come through and want to do national competitions, so in the second year all of the class have to do cooking competitions for the national culinary fair, and they love it, and it's a highlight for them. If you ask them what the highlights are in the second year, it's work experience and doing cooking competitions.
It's really important that what we're delivering in the classroom is actually relevant to industry, so our staff are actively engaged in industry and we take our students out into industry. That involves them working at different environments, and many of them are in employment in industry. We also go out and cater for significant events and take the feedback from those to inform our programs.
Hey, we have a really good agreement with a local caterer, Global Cuisine, who has the contract with ASB Stadium, and they do fantastic numbers. Tomorrow is a lunch function for a police charity auction for 1,500 people, and that just allows our students to see big volume and be able to get work experience. I've always been really keen on professional development, just develop myself, and I've noticed the impact that it has on students. One of those key places have been the Fat Duck. Went there in 2009, 2011, and just the beginning of this year, 2014. Enjoy it. There's the things that I bring back from there is passion for the subject that we teach, and also some of the things that we can use in the classroom. Places that I get ideas from is I visit really good other institutions in the North Island and in the South Island, and I look at what they do. I look at some of the examples, and I perhaps take the best that I can with the resources we have here and the sort of philosophies that I have. And by sharing practices, and they're really open with us, and they share a lot of their practices with us, and that's one of the, I suppose, thank you that I'd like to share with them, is that they do, and they are open with us. And we pick up really good ideas from each other